let's look at the Azrak, right? Because we're up to that. Well, I'm not sure where to start. We have two videos. We'll start with this one.
Say something to you, Bethesda. Just want to say a little something. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda. There is nothing I love more than to sit down, comfy chair, turn on my PC, fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself, think, oh my god, just think of this world, just think of all the planets I can.
Yeah, no, I'm not there. I'm not with you, mate. I'm not a big gamer. Okay.
Visit all the immersive things that I can get involved with, all the fights, all the relationships, all the people I meet, all the places I go. I'm so excited to go there. And you know, I love nothing more than, with all of that laid out in front of me, I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us.
Again, look, the point is this. They're doing it to... we're getting to Doom. Don't worry, that's going to have Mark the Vicar. They're doing this. They put their ideology and everything to validate it because it's bonkers. I'm sorry. The idea that men have babies and periods and women have big dicks, right, is bonkers. In fact, and that's what they were freaking out about, right? That's 100% what they're freaking out about. In fact, where is it? Is this the thing I'm looking for? Oh, did I lose it? Oh man, maybe. That's really annoying. Hang on. Oh, here it is. Oh, look at that. I just found it. You know, here. And again, that they try and make this forbidden to say is very indicative, right? It's very indicative of what's really going down. Yeah, there's Tim Paul again. Tim Paul says, trans women are men who think they feel like women, but have no basis for knowing what a woman feels like. That's a very good point. The inverse is true for trans men. Let's say I feel like a woman. Well, how the fuck do you know? When's the last time you felt like a woman? I mean, like, well, I like feeling women. I know. I mean, like, I feel like an aardvark. Well, how do you know? Because I think this is what an aardvark would feel like. No, you don't. I hear this line sometimes from trans people that they wake up feeling male or female. We only ever wake up feeling ourselves. There is no right or wrong way to be you. And wanting to be something else doesn't change who you are. The best we can do is be ourselves, eat right, exercise, learn skills, etc. Couldn't agree with you more, mate. Anyway, but that's again why it's we're being pillared.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah,
because he's dropping a bomb on their bullshit ideology.
Well, guess what? Fucking pronouns. Fucking gender ambiguity!
And I think this is going to be the 60th anniversary specials, right? I think it's 100% right. I think this is going to be the 60th and the season 5. It's going to be replete with his insane religion. Keep your religion out of it, mate. Right?
Fucking current day Californian shit! Because that's all we fucking know!
If it only was just Californian, mate. It's everywhere. It's like, what was it? It was the end of what season was it on Deep Space Nine, right? Where they find there's a changeling, I think, on DS9, and they find him, they catch him, and they kill him, I think. And as he's dying, he says, "You're too late. We're everywhere." Yes, they're fucking everywhere.
Because we're boring. We're so fucking boring. We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Western Game Company.
Narcissism. 100% right. That's what this is. Pure narcissism.
Fuck your immersion. Fuck you having a good time. Fuck you falling into a world and just getting lost. No. Current fucking day.
And the point he makes is actually very good. Apparently, you were... sorry, I said he gave up on Super Mario Brothers 3. Good time to give up. I like Mario Brothers. Anyway, when you can either choose the male character or the female character, and then you have to choose the pronoun. It makes no difference from the rest of the game, right? It's so you have to take part in their insanity, right? The insanity that gender is mutable, right?
Fuck off!
Couldn't agree with you more, mate.
You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! You are a one-hived mind twat waffle!
I don't know what a twat waffle is, but I agree with it.
That's all you fucking are! And you wonder why people are getting so fucking sick!
And we are. I'm telling you, when Shooty walks out in a dress, you wait and see the whole British public, in fact, the whole world go, fuck off. Fuck off, Russell.
And tired! You take everything we love, all our emotions, all our fantasies, all our escapism, and you just can't help shovel your dog shit, fucking crap ideology into everything, every single solitary fucking thing.
Look, as I agree with you, this is a great meltdown. This is the end of it. But like, to prove his point, check out this clip from like a little bit. Yeah, this is actually in the game.
I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier.
Yes.
So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there.
You're a dude.
My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance.
Uh-huh.
The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place.
Yeah.
I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the colony war.
Yeah.
Former...
This is just propaganda. It's like the episode of Doctor Who with Jodie when men give birth to men and women give birth to women, right? It's just the stupidest thing ever. And look, and here's the thing. This ideology isn't innocent, right? Isn't innocent at all. It's replete with pedophilia. And it just is. I'm sorry, the trans ideology and NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association, their ideology is the same. So check this out from Libs of TikTok. Meet Shane Merman, elementary principal at wherever it is. Shane is a drag queen who performs for children and reads books about gender to kids while dressed in drag. They like to do that, don't they? Shane was also previously arrested for child porn charges. Would you like this person in their school? Well, you know, these people would, right? Again, it's there's no smoke without fire. And don't get me wrong, I used to love drag, but drag is something for adults. It's not something for children, right? It's not something for children. And when you insist on putting drag with children, this happens over and over and over and over again. Russell, give it a fucking rest, right? Give it a rest with your weirdo ideology, which is what it is. It's a weirdo idea. Will you give it a rest? No. No. Every word out of his fucking mouth, right, is about gay people, right? For fuck's sake, give it a rest. Russell Davies honors influential EastEnders characters in new series. Returning Doctor Who showrunner Russell Davies sure loves his homages, deep cuts, and Easter eggs. In his days old Zoom chat with playwright and current writer of Coronation, Jonathan Harvey, who wrote his hit "Beautiful Thing," David said, "I've just put a social worker into an episode of Doctor Who. I've called her Ruth Lyons. Ruth Lyons is a character who appeared in EastEnders back in the 80s, and she was a social worker and the first LGBTQ character to appear." Ruth Lyons, hang on. I used to watch it then. Which one was Ruth Lyons? Do not remember her in any way, shape, or form, right? Okay, but she was a social worker and appear in the soap played by Judy Leiber. Wait a minute, you had Barry and you had the architect. What's his name? You had the gay couple. They were in the first fucking episode. Yeah, these two. They were in the first episode. They were totally in the. So they were 86. Isn't that when it started? 86. Colin and Barry. I remember. Yeah. EastEnders. Let's see when he came in 86. He came into Barry in 86. Like, when did it start? Oh, 85. So it was like a year before you had your first gay couple. It was cool. Oh, okay, fine. So in the 6 months before Barry or whatever his name would be. Oh yeah, I remember when they moved in. I can remember EastEnders then referring to social worker Ruth Lyons, and Dr. Legg just talked. Or she lives with another woman. David says she was. Why are we fucking talking about this? Why can't we be talking about quarks and Daleks? Why can't we like? Why can't we make Doctor Who asexual? Okay, why? Why was Doctor Who? Why was the Pyramids of Mars bad? Because you didn't know if Marcus Salmon liked to suck a dick or sleep with women, right? Like, what's the downside? Right? Okay, you want to tell me all the Planet of the Dominators that were on? They're all gay. They look gay. They certainly looked all gay. They all wear dresses. I mean, like, okay, fine. You want to do that? Fine. But like, nobody had to say it. Don't say why. Why? I don't know. Was Case of Androzani really worse for not knowing if Sharash Deck, who was played by a gay man, was gay? Right? I mean, like, look, I could certainly say I think Sharash Deck and Stafford team certainly like to get it on, right? I mean, look, basically he made sex robots. Maybe that's what drove him. That would give him a bite. Like, who cares? I don't need to know. I don't need to know what people jerk off to. like really? I mean, like, why? What if Jamie comes in and finds the second Doctor putting his sonic screwdriver up his ass? And and he's like, oh, don't worry, Jamie, this is perfectly fucking natural. No, it's not. I mean, it is in 2023. Oh, why? Every fucking thing, all the fucking time. Everything is gay. Ruth Lyons appeared in David's upcoming season will be played, will also be LGBTQ. Why? Why? Why do I need to know this for this character? Why? But probably not the same character from EastEnders. But what if she was? Okay, does this mean the two shows take place in the same universe? And nothing else, that's a speculation. Then talk about Dimensions in Time, Pickled in Jar. We got Ross Lee Davis on as we got all the Doomsday stuff to get through. Fine, let's look a bit at Doomsday. And this woman exists purely because she is a trans activist. That's the only reason this talentless and she is talentless. God, everybody says she's so funny. I've yet to hear a joke from her. She is like, she is the absence of talent, right? She is a talent vacuum. Let's look at her Twitter account, see if there's anything going on there. Is it Sue's UK, isn't it? Am I blocked by her? Probably. I was in my old account. Like there is just I've never, her jokes are just like, oh, stupid person, oh, I hate you. It's like there's just nothing she does that I find in any way funny. It's just everything is laced with unbridled hate, right? Just unbridled hate. Doctor Who Doomsday is all about doom, embodied by the up-and-coming UK stand-up comedian Suze Kempner. Okay, Suze, how about this? Try doing a 5-minute stand-up without being hateful, right? Reputedly the best freelance assassin from the 50th. No, not reputedly. She is. She's the galaxy's greatest assassin. Oh, and just look at her. When you see that, you go, oh, yeah, that's the galaxy's greatest assassin. And then when you actually read that short story piece of shit by James Goss, you go, this is shit, right? Why? Because it is shit. with only 24 hours to live, and that 24 hours has gone on for months and months and months. Death is stalking her, not fucking fast enough in my mind, and she has decided to take a job an hour across time and space in the hopes of finding the Doctor on one of her missions. It's so convoluted and so shit. There's so many levels of absolute shit about Doomsday, right? Firstly, the character Doom. Secondly, how she's played, right? It gets relentlessly. Here, 1 second. Let me just remind you of the wonderful Suze Kempner acting, right? Oh, such incredible acting from Suze Kempner.
10 hours to go. Let's find the Doctor.
Again, really? What's that got to do with Doctor Who? This is like literally one of the worst ideas. Like, this idea is worse than casting Jodie Whittaker as Doctor Who, right? Because I would have thought Jodie Whittaker was a professional actor, and with some like coaching, she could play the character. I mean, I was wrong. I was totally wrong, but I could understand where they were coming from, right? They cast her. This? What the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck? Unbelievable. Death is stalking. She has later taken a job, an hour, blah, blah, blah. We've been following the event out of curiosity. Yeah, because it's not out of interest, because nobody's interested in it. At where they managed to pull us off. And we have some thoughts about it so far. No, they haven't. Why did Doctor Who Doomsday come about? I think because idiot executives were given too much power and they made idiot choices because they're idiot children who can't ever be fucking wrong. We're perfectly happy with more Doctor Who, including introducing a new character who may or may not be canon to the series. But why Doctor Who Doomsday? I couldn't tell you, mate. Nobody knows. This year, the 60th anniversary, and boy, has Doomsday taken a relentless piss all over that 60th anniversary, right? This was the first kick in the balls for the 60th anniversary year, which we were also freaking excited about, right? And it really was. This was the first absolute kick in the nads for that, like, completely deflated all my hopes and excitement for this show that I love, right? And I really thought, oh, light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, and I was so apologetic to Russell. I said, oh, Russell hates it. I believed all those rumors. From what I've seen, he probably loves it. Oh, Suze Kempner, how marvelous! Apparently, I just can imagine it, right? Returning showrunner Rossi had a lot of work to bring back the show, create a buzz. Well, he's fucked that up, hasn't he? Renewed interest, fucked that up, and attracted new fans. He's fucked that up. And he'll do that with 3 specials that bring back David Tennant and, of course, Jasmine Finney. Oh, yes, chicks with dicks, baby, so normal. As the Doctor in the from the show's most popular period since its revival. Look, honestly, you remember the 50th anniversary? That was when it was popular, right? While the TV show is off there, there's already a parallel event occurring to keep hardcore fans interested and engaged. No, it's not. This is universally hated, right? The multiple Doctors crossover, a very big finish called Doctor Who Wants the Future. Good point. That's good. I'm enjoying that, but this is shit. Doctor Who Doomsday is another parallel multimedia event for the 6th anniversary, running since summer. Why go through the extra for this one? Well, we don't know. Is that just your question? You don't have an answer. Again, idiot executives with too much power fucking up is the answer, right? Is Doctor Who Doomsday too niche and hard to find? If it was good, it wouldn't be, right? If it actually was, of any quality that could stand on its own, it wouldn't be, but it is, right? So, like, it's not as too hard to find. Nobody wants to find it because it's shit, right? Try and understand that. It is shit. Both Doctor Who Once and Future and Doctor Who Doomsday are niche events that only the most hardcore fans would make an effort to seek out. Well, I think Once and Future is probably doing a lot better because it's far, far better. frankly. I would go back to that, right? They're both out to give fans what they want. No, they're not. No, they're not. I mean, this is trying to give this tiny 3% of the world, the pink-haired weirdo fans, purple-haired weirdo fans with piercings there. Yeah, okay, this is the fan, right? I want you to just look carefully. This is the fan they're trying to give what they want, right? This is the fan. There you go, doink. Yeah, that's the fan they're trying to give what they want, right? Okay, good luck with that, mate. Give the fans what they both seek to give the fans what they want, which is callbacks to the series history with past companions and doctors. Yeah, but the Big Finish one has knowledge and love for the show. It really does. I hate to tell you might say it's a cash grab. It's the best thing they've done this year. It really is. And I put it in the same tradition with the 5 Doctors, 3 Doctors. I really am enjoying it. However, Big Finish is more consistent in just sticking to audio drama film. Doomsday, however, is more obscure, first introducing a brand new character from nowhere who was shit, played by a shit actress who was cast for her political bigotry. And scattered across several media, short videos and YouTube and Twitter X, prose chapters on Doctor Who websites, comic strips, which were awful, from 2 separate publishers. Panini, the one in Doctor Who magazine, title books in 2 single episodes. Yeah, shit. A prose novel, 2 story chapters in a tedious spin-off mobile. Doctor Who Lost in Time. A BBC audiobook that nobody cares about. Of prose stories read aloud by actors. A Big Finish full cast audio drama. Boy, that's going to lose money for them. And a final chapter on the BBC website. You must truly be dedicated to finding a... If it was good, people would do it. Honestly, if it was like really great, people would do it. But the quality is not there. And again, it's like it all down to the casting of Suze Kempner. Once they cast her, nothing mattered, right? Because she was shit. So you're finding that you must be truly dedicated to finding and enduring to play the mobile game at a certain time to get to the story chapter. This leads us to big problems with the writings. We don't get enough to Doom to care about her. There's no way you could care about her because she's played by an obnoxious cunt, right? There's no way you could possibly care about her because she's an obnoxious cunt. Doom is on the surface, seems like an interesting enough character. No! She's reputed the galaxy's greatest assassin who operates across space and time, but that's not enough to make us care about her. Yeah, I couldn't care less. Is she a villain or an anti-hero? She's neither. Being a killer for hire makes her, by default, a bad person. Yes. Her sarcastic sense of humor isn't enough. It just makes her glib and annoying, right? And deeply annoying. Where's that first? Here, 1 second. Let's pull up that first trailer. Doctor Who Doomsday. Where is that? Is this the first one? Yes. Oh, I mean, I'm looking at this now going, how does this even happen? I'm going to download and we're going to watch this together. And can somebody please explain to me how anybody goes, yeah, that's a wrap. That one works. We love this. This is what we want. Here, let's pull this up. Unbelievably bad.
I'm Doom. Blame my mother.
Right at the beginning, you're shit. Right? I don't care about you. You're an awful character played by an awful person.
I'm the universe's greatest assassin.
Oh yeah, right. And I believe that the same amount I believe the COVID response was for our benefit. Certainly not to benefit Pfizer.
And in one day, I'm going to die unless I can find the doctor.
Thank God. Okay, just die then.
Someone sent death, literal death, after me.
Again. What does this have to do with Doctor Who?
I can only outrun it for 24 hours, so...
I mean, look how shit of an actress she is. You were completely unconvincing.
The clock's ticking. My vortex manipulator sends me a new target every hour. The Lesser Order of Oberon sends me a lot to choose from, and I'm picking the missions that'll, maybe, bring me to the Doctor.
How do you know they'll bring you to the Doctor? How is a literal death? I just like, what?
24 hours.
I love the way she turns on cue. Look at this. Okay, darling, and turn.
Maybe bring me to the Doctor.
Now.
24 hours. All of time and space. Will I find the Doctor? Ancient enemies.
I mean, honestly, look at her. I mean, who directed this? Who signed off on this?
Old friends. Or maybe I'll go out in flames. A lot of flames. Well,
that's actually what happened. Again, when the entirety of fandom turned around and went, "What is this garbage?" She went, "Oh, bigger. You don't like me because of my trans stance." I'm like, we don't know what it is. We don't care.
It'll be better than what's coming for me. If you see the Doctor, tell them I'm on my way.
And that's got to be stock music, right? Man, that is shit. Just like it's breathtaking how shit that actually is. What about to? Why should we help we all thinking that why should we help an assassin? And not even she has an answer for that. Yeah, exactly. Biggest problem, undercooked writing. I think James Goss just looked at this and went, "Who gives a shit?" This is totally who gives a shit. The point above underscores how underwritten Doom and the central premise are. Yes, the whole event so far has no shortage of plot. In fact, it's been running on nothing but plot without a unifying theme to make us care. Suze Kempner was what they thought the unifying theme was. Oh, Suze! Everybody loves Suze. That way, all my friends love Suze. Everyone. How many friends you have? One. And we love her. Some of the writers have said in interviews that Doom's job could be read as a satirical commentary on the gig economy. She's an outsourced worker for a service industry, the same way Deliveroo, Amazon, or Grubhub delivery people are. Only in this case, she's killing people, and their clients are too rich and lazy to kill themselves. No, people normally hire assassins. They know. Oh fuck me! Oh fuck me! This is painful. It's just painful, mate. It is. It's just painful. I lost my place because my mind is melting. Why don't the writers make a point in the story rather than an interview that not everyone's going to read? Darling, if you make it in the story, no one's going to read it there either. Okay, let's be frank. No one's reading any of this. This is just a complete money suck for the licensees, right? Where are the action figures? Because she's so successful. Oh, they put out a costume. God, can you imagine anybody actually buying that costume? Right? Oh, I've got to get myself a Doom costume. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Bit of Doom. Everybody loves a bit of Doom costume. Really? Dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Doctor Who Doomsday is a sci-fi satirical version of 24. Doom has 24 hours to find the Doctor before death takes her. So she sets up a job assignment each hour. They apparently only has an hour for each assignment, right? And doesn't she start to get tired? Like, doesn't she need to sleep at any point? I don't know, maybe she's mainlining speed. I mean, because, she's going to die. And that's the other thing. When she meets the Doctor in the first episode, we don't even know what Doctor it is, right? 2 minutes, 24 hours ago. Before death takes her, so she sets up every hour, hoping the Doctor might show up. This means she's running on adrenaline without sleep or rest for the whole 24-hour period, having to kill at least one person every hour. Wouldn't her mental and physical state be ragged by the time she gets past hour 10? Yes! She doesn't display a single sign of exhaustion or delirium in any of the writing. Suze Kempner hits at it in the video that introduces Doom. but not since. And we just watched that video, and it was as painful as putting a fist up your ass, mate. Quite frankly, that point that the writers hadn't thought through. They hadn't thought through everything. Point 5. Suze Kempner. Oh, not a question, just a statement. Suze Kempner is an up-and-coming comedian. She's shit, right, in the UK, on the cusp of hitting limelight. Well, of course she's going to get opportunities. She has the right politics, right? That's bottom line. Trans people, trans rights, human rights, yeah. What about female sports? Shut up, bigot! We're happy to see her in anything. That's what they thought. But unfortunately, you're in a teeny tiny minority, right? A teeny tiny minority. And you just got to get that through your idiot fucking heads. You like the talking heads on CNN who it's all very serious. Oh, but yes, Donald Trump certainly cannot win. He's ahead in the polls now. What's it going to be like next year? Do you think people are going to be more or less satisfied with a lot next year when they're living in the rubble of the nuclear waste and the economy imploding? Right? How do you think they're going to feel this time next year, let alone... And he's beating Biden now. He's 10 points ahead of Biden in the question, who do you think is more mentally fit for the role? or president? But he's more mentally fit for the role of Doom, quite frankly. You want me to watch Doomsday? Cast Donald fucking Trump as Doom. Then I'll be up for it. That would be hilarious. It would be much better if she were live action, moving and talking. No, she's shit. You just put a burqa on her and or a towel or a blanket. The run so far is the writing is nowhere near as funny as Kempner. I have never seen her be funny. Right? I've never ever. Let's pull up a Suze Kempner clip, right, and see if we can laugh. Suze Kempner. 5. So this is the trailer for her Fringe special. Oh God, it's all Fringe, isn't it? Let's honestly, I'll go into it with an open mind. Suze, I'm going to see if you can make us laugh, darling. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Let's see if you can actually. This is a minute video. Okay, this is to an ad for your special. Let's see if you can generate any interest whatsoever.
It's December 31st, 1999. It's 10 seconds to midnight. I'm a month shy of 15, and I'm wearing huge flared jeans with shredded hems that drag through puddles and give me trench foot, a silver boob tube that I'm having to hold up all night, because at this point in my life, it's more tube than boob. And
so, yeah, this is so relatable, right? And again, there's nothing funny about you, darling, right? People laugh more on an AIDS ward in 1992, quite frankly.
An Adidas hoodie. I've got 2 options for hairstyles. Either pull it back in a tight bun with 2 strands coming down, or crown of rainbow plastic butterfly clips all the way around my head.
Why not actually wear that, right? Why not actually wear that if that's what you want to do, right?
Head. As it's a special occasion, I've done both. I love Tony Blair. I stink of Impulse 02. I am terrified of the future. And now, over 2 decades later, I feel exactly the same.
Yeah, okay, here, darling. Let me try and explain something to you, okay? Babies are very, very cute, right? Newborn babies, they are. I mean, like, once they, if they're not all beaten up from being born, right? But a newborn baby, they are actually cute. They smell nice. They're lovely, right? And if you have a 5-year-old that's doing the same thing as a newborn baby, it's tragic, right? Because that kid hasn't developed in any way. Same is true of a 10-year-old. If you have a 10-year-old who's still doing the same things that a 5-year-old does, it's tragic. 15-year-old doing the same things as a 10-year-old, you're developmentally retarded. It's not good. It's bad. It's a tragedy. A 20-year-old doing the same things as a 15-year-old. A 25-year-old doing the same things as a 20-year-old. A 30-year-old doing the same things as a 20-year-old, right? You're too old, right? You're too old now to still be a kid, right? Yeah, I feel exactly the same way. Well, why don't you try growing the fuck up?
Except I no longer love Tony Blair. This is Y2K Woman. Hi, I'm Suze Kempner.
Well, that was the entire joke. You love Tony Blair, now you don't.
You know me as that person off
no, nobody knows you. Nobody knows you, okay? Nobody knows you as that person off
Twitter who does videos as Nadine Dorries.
Again, Just look how fucking hateful she is. I have no idea who Nadine Dorries is, but how about take the piss out of what's her name? I can't even remember. It's like Jeremy Corbyn. Hey, can you do that? No, right. Massive anti-Semite. No, there's no jokes there. No jokes to take the piss out of Biden. No, nothing. No.
Nadine Dorries, Liz Truss, Malcolm Dempster, Liza Minnelli, Princess Diana, and more. And I'm also Doom in Doctor Who's Doomsday. Join me.
Boy, aptly named there, aren't you, darling?
The Underbelly Bristow Square from the 2nd to the 27th of August at 3:45 p.m. every day except the 15th day off. And what's up?
Okay. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Now I'm going to look up, see if I can find a clip of Bernard Manning, right? Bernard Manning. Right, let's see if he can make us laugh. Let me find a minute clip, right? And let's see if he can make us laugh. These are all too long. Okay, I don't know what this is, but it says Bernard Manning destroys Esther Ranson on Parkinson. I think that's worth watching just in of itself, quite frankly. Right, because Bernard Manning is the anti-Suze Kempner, right? She's the opposite of Suze Kempner.
Do you like the blue gear? Watch me lips. Do you like the blue gear?
I know what blue gear is, but like, well, we're 3 seconds in and I'm laughing, right? I'm like watch my lips.
Are you working there with your foot?
See, this is somebody who actually knows their craft.
I was in Bradford last week. I felt like a spot on a domino.
And again, look, it's racially charged humor, but like funny, and I don't think it was hateful.
They wait for it to snow in Yorkshire so they can count the population. Down 999 to get the Bengal answers in.
Now, you see, would you say that kind of humour is dangerous?
I think racist jokes are dangerous. You know and I know that every...
Was it racist, or was it pointing out a change in the country and differences? Well, I don't think it didn't sound hateful to me. Look, if he was hateful, he was. He didn't sound it to me.
Anti-Semite begins a sentence, some of my best friends are Jewish. So...
Oh, not all of my friends, just some of them. No, I like a few Jews, just some Jews I don't like.
Shut.
Welcome to the Eichmann trial. I'm getting it tonight.
When you make a joke about black or coloured people to a white audience, suddenly the prejudice that they don't dare admit to is respectable. Suddenly they hear each other laughing, and it's comfortable.
No, the joke's
you're breaking my heart here. Should have had a violin playing there. I don't believe in racialism or religion. I believe that all the Catholics and Jews and Protestants and Methodists should all get together and attack the Pakistan.
Again, I think he's taking the piss out of racism. Maybe I'm naive, right? Maybe I'm naive. I don't know, but like this snowflake terror and everything. I don't know. Actual humor, says Cam Crash Course. Yeah, he knows his job. The problems I find the writing is nowhere near as funny as Suze Kempner. What? As funny as like rectal cancer. She could make reading a takeout menu funny. No. And she probably could make all of Doom dialogue sound even funnier than it really is. I think you just agree with her political bigotry. That's all it is. The underdeveloped writing doesn't make for the best use of her skills. No, here's your problem. It's crashing and burning. It's because it and she is shit. And it's it invalidates your worldview. And that's the only thing you fucking care about. It invalidates your worldview. And you're having a meltdown about it. Yeah, it's failing because it and she is shit, right? It's like when Jodie Whittaker said, oh, it's just the writing. She was great. No, she wasn't. She was shit, right? But we'll follow Doomsday to the end just to see if they manage to finally use her in Big Finish audio drama segment or if they manage to make a real point of the story beyond gratuitous fan service. Here's hoping. I wouldn't have thought so, right? There's a few articles talking about the... God, look at this shit. Why? Why would anybody be in any way interested in buying this, right? It's beyond me. Look at her expression. It's just a massive failure. This is the other bit of news that is beyond me. Dan Slott, Doctor Who, now 18 months late and $10 more, literally. In 2021, it was announced that Dan Slott, a super uber liberal moron lefty. And again, I hate using the word lefty because I think left-wing people aren't congenitally stupid, right? Like Dan Slott. We're writing a series of Doctor Who one-shots for Titan Comic, the first non-Marvel work for hire comic book in decades, and now it would feature the 10th Doctor and Martha, drawn by Christopher Jones with an Adam Hughes cover, like a bit of Adam Hughes, on the cover of the pair, and that would be a backup strip written by Slott and drawn by Matthew Dow. I see they're not using, what's her name? The one who does the Jodie stuff, Rebecca Hauser? I can't remember her name. Because, it's underdeveloped, cheap shit she normally does. And then we have it would feature the Ninth Doctor and Roseby, $7.99, right? So they solicited it. It didn't come out, right? So when it was solicited in September 22, the publication for October 22, it didn't come out. A year later, it was resolicited again and moved from $7.99 to $17.99 as a graphic novel. So it's 58 pages long. I can't imagine I'll be in any way interested in it, right? So it's further delayed. This is just trying to make money. They delayed it to be in the 60th anniversary year because they realized anything released in 2022 would just crash and burn, right? But they might be able to ride the wave of the 60th anniversary. What do we think of the artwork? Did they zoom in on it? The artwork is far better. I have to say, the artwork is far, far better than their traditional fare. But I don't know. Like Dan Slott, I really couldn't care for whatsoever. But again, I think this artwork is clearly superior to the Jodie stuff. But really, $17.99 for that bullshit? Are you having a laugh? Right? Are you having a laugh? Yeah, this is out as well. We got a couple of big finishings. Let's listen to this trailer. For something I am completely uninterested in. Right? I am completely uninterested in the latest Fifth Doctor box set.
This was actually the first story I ever heard after leaving Gallifrey. This is one of the greatest ships in the universe.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The Fifth Doctor Adventures.
It sounds boring already, right? Again, when they're telling me everything's the most important thing ever, it normally isn't, right? It normally isn't.
In the Night.
It's called The Nightjar, on a voyage of mercy.
In the Night. I get so painfully generic, right? Just so agonizingly generic. It's beyond belief. It really genuinely is beyond belief how generic this is.
Bring vital supplies to the planet Ottima.
But I won't die. Not until I've done what I set out to do.
Rusty Davies, back before he went insane, said, we're setting everything on Earth because nobody cares about the Zog monster attacking the Zog people on the planet Zog, right? I don't care about any of this stuff. Nothing has made me go, I've got to check this out. And I understand they have to cram their stuff full of member bearers to get anybody to buy it. But I think putting Tegan in the space helmet from Fort of Doomsday isn't quite good enough.
Captain Goban at the helm of this ship flies.
I wonder if it's a stunning brave woman, right? Because I haven't seen Big Finish have any person in authority not be female for years.
Solo for nearly 3 years through perilous regions of space to reach that planet and deliver this aid.
You're as giddy as a schoolboy.
This is an act of bravery that reverberates throughout the cosmos, stunning both sides and eventually...
Stunning and brave.
Bringing to an end the conflict.
We're sealed in.
I hope you aren't responsible for this.
Doctor, the ship, what do we do?
Oh, cripes.
Are we falling faster?
The directional unit on the rudder has gone overheated.
You won't do this.
Won't I?
I'm calling your bluff.
Got some...
Oh, look, it's a woman. Who could see that coming? Right? Oh, what a shock. One second. Look. Was this month or last month? Let me pull up the release page. Where was it? Into the Night. Wow, where is this thing? Oh god, it's again. Every time I say the title, I go, "How generic and boring can you possibly get?" And there's also a two-parter called Resistor, which has nothing to do with anything else.
Bad news. The ship's hull is losing structural integrity.
There must be something we can do.
Don't buy it.
There's always something.
I'm not sure there is this time.
I think there probably is. I think you could probably work it out.
The story of the Nightjar, it definitely didn't go like this.
But they've done that plot a lot in Big Finish over the last few years, where they find some famous thing. It's like the most famous thing ever, just we never heard of it, and it doesn't go the way they think. It's just like over and over and over again, right? It happens very, very, very often.
Warsaw.
Poland.
You have violated martial law.
It wasn't the SB who took him, it was the Black Volga.
The Black
What's this got to do with Into the Night?
Volga?
The driver. He looked like a ghost.
Whatever they are, it's definitely not human.
It's glowing. I don't like the look of that. We're trapped!
Big Finish. For the love of stories.
Can we say for the love of insanely generic stories? Because that's what it is. Sorry, no. And yet, I am such a supporter of Big Finish, right? I am such an insane supporter of Big Finish. That looks like shit, right? I am sorry. Not good enough. Bottom line, it's just not good enough, right? It really, really genuinely isn't. Yeah, let's go over here. This looks like quite a good idea, though, which I'm quite happy about. Now, Chris Reckon spilled the beans about this last year, but it's not. I like this idea. Again, I like Once and Future. Once and Future has been a really good anniversary special, right? It's been hitting on all cylinders so far, right? It's been a bit frothy, but when it's good, it's really good. Yeah. So let me just look at the releases for a second. Over here. 1 second. Once and Future. Shit cover, but okay. We'll do sort by oldest first. The Tom Baker one was, I think, the week one. It was okay. It was kind of fun. Tom Baker, meddling monk, big frothy mess of stuff. The story was weak, right? But still, it was fun enough to carry me through. I think the same is true of Once and Future, The Artist at the Time. Things really moved up gear when he got to the third part, what I thought was excellent. And the fourth part was pretty good. I'm kind of looking forward to the David Tennant one that's coming out this month. And then we got this one. The only thing I really don't like, it's got the Luminaire, the female master in it. Oh, fuck off. Boring. As Az would say, boring, fucking boring. Okay? Let's read about it. I've already got this ordered, but David Warner is enough to get me excited. David Warner and Chris Eccleston together, I think, is enough to get me excited. An exclusive revealed at RadioTimes.com is Time Lord Immemorial, starring Chris Eccleston as a doctor, meeting an alternative, unbound version of himself, played by David Warner. And can I please beg Big Finish for the billionth time? Okay, you don't know what to do with Bernie Summerfield now. David Warner's passed away. Have a box set of him, of Bernie's dealing with the death of this doctor. And apparently they were married, or they were living together, they were dating, they were together, they were a couple, right? You could really actually use her grief of the passing of David Warner in this story beautifully. And you can have a different doctor visit her on each disc. You can have like the 7th Doctor, the 8th Doctor, both of them have a history with her. Eccleston, maybe, especially now it's talking, and it could really work, right? It could really work, and you got enough sound clips of it. You can hear echoes of it. That's a box set that would sell copies. Oh, God, Big Finish, will you just stop listening to your moron kids you're hiring? Hey, tell me put a non-binary character in it. Yes, everybody loves non-binary characters. No, they fucking don't! Oh, no, they don't! The Time War. The Doctor has been injured and brought to a Time Lord filled hospital. His body glows with energy, but this is no regeneration to a future form. Instead, well, it isn't for the David Tennant one. Instead, the Doctor's past faces begin to appear as he flits haphazardly between incarnations. Again, cue a fun anniversary event. Staggering to the start, as Doctor sets to solve the mystery of his degeneration. The best bit so far is when he forgot about that and just like got involved in the Time War. Who has done this to him? How and why? From the Earth to the stars, across the array of familiar faces and times. Yes, lots of people we know. He follows blah blah blah, slipping between bodies. The Ninth Doctor finds his TARDIS, which is a future Doctor, finds his TARDIS caught between universes, and as the cosmos starts to break down, the Doctor on another reality arrives to join forces with Liv Schenker. Liv, are you fucking a girl right now with a dick? Because I know you like to fuck girls with dick, because that's part of your character. And the Lumiere, I can't stand the Lumiere, the female master from the future. It was a shit idea to find a cause, right? So lots of red flags, although the new era Doctor Who made up solely of red flags, I would say. Fine. Someone has desecrated a mythical hall of the Time Lord Memorial and the sands of time from across the multiverse, the sands across the multiverse held, and time is running out. So one of these are written by Lisa McMillan, who, again, this is something I'm so mad about. Whenever I see a female writer, I recoil in terror. Right, I recoil in total terror because they had so many shit female writers when they enforced their like DEI policy, which was just moronic. I think Lisa McMullen is quite good, however. Right, every time I see a name, I go, "Oh shit!" I go, "That's quite good." Let's have a quick look. See if there's anything that stands out. Well, she didn't write this one, did she? She did write. She's writing two of them. That's bullshit, mate. Why is she writing two of these? That's bullshit. She is not a good enough writer. I mean, she did the last one. This was okay, but like nothing that great. There's always a way, you know. You get a somebody who has the right identity, and they do something like halfway professional, and then she becomes a star writer. Whatever. Where are we up to? Over here. Fine. Why is she doing it? It's beyond me. That is just simply beyond me. Oh. Because like I said, it was quite emotionally for me to work with David Warner, an actor I grew up with as a child, watching and admiring. See, that's what makes me want to buy it, right? Because I know that Eccleston admires and respects David Warner. And I've already bought it, but like red flags aside, that's the driving force behind it. Those two. To share the Doctor with him was something special. Why isn't it Bernie Summerfield? Why is it fucking Liv? I'm dating a chick with a Dick Chenka, right? And I look like I swallowed a fucking wasp. But like, why? To share the Doctor with him was special. There was an actor who should have played the Doctor. If there was an actor to play the Doctor, it was David Warner. Surprisingly, his take on it was okay. I wouldn't say it was like, oh, this is stellar. Who was the best from the... I would say Jeffrey Belden's one was really good in the Doctor Who Unbound range, right? Who was there? Jeffrey Belden. Did they have... you had David Colling. 1 second. Let's do Doctor Who Unbound. Let's do a search. Doctor Who Unbound. One of my favorite ones was a Balliard one. That was freaking awesome. Right? That was absolutely awesome. Hang on. Sort by... We'll do oldest first. Yeah, so the Jeffrey Belden one was good. Sympathy of the Devil was also... That's the David Warner was introduced, but he was somewhat underwhelming. Jessup Skulls was excellent. Yeah, that was the what happened to the Valliard one. David Collins one. What else we had? Arbella Weir playing the first female Doctor, not bad. Derek Jacobi one wasn't really a Doctor Who story. It was about the creation of Doctor Who that never really happened. And Derek Jacobi was a writer who was one of the earliest writers of Doctor Who, and then they ended up doing Juliet Bravo instead. But he always loved Doctor Who. It was a really weird. Who wrote it again? What was her name? Robert Shearman story, right? And then they brought back David Warner for Masters of War and Storm of Angels. I did like the what if Tom Baker destroyed the Daleks in Genesis of the Daleks, and he basically then he turns into a War Doctor. So these two were pretty good. The Unbound, they were just kind of just weird, freaky mixer. Why would you pay $28 for the first 8 stories when they're how much each? $3.76. So let's say 4, 8, 9, 10, 8, 12, 14, 12, 16, 20, 24. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so you get these two as well. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I would dip my toes in and just get one, quite frankly. He Jets at Scars is freaking awesome, right? It him and Bonnie Langford, perhaps their best release together. Absolutely awesome. Producer David Richards added, bringing the Ninth Doctor and the Unbound Doctor together was inspired by the friendship by David and Chris, or Chris and David. They know each other some years, and it was a treat to bring them together to benefit these two great actings of it. Was irresistible. Yes! Yes! That's what good. But then let's fuck it up, right? Let's fuck it up. Also joining the cast is Jesus of Nazareth actor Robert Powell. I know Robert Powell. Do you know they say Jesus of Bloody Nazareth? Okay, but as a titular Time Lord immemorial, and Nicola Walker as Liv Chen, and another reunion, Gina McKee, who also starred with Chris Eccles in the 96 movie, Our Friends in the North, drama series Friends in the North, returns as Illumier, the insufferably good version of Missy. Just hate that character. So yeah, look, interesting, but hell of a lot of red flags, mate. Hell of a lot of red flags. Although this is something you should really be looking at. Their deals, right? Their deals have been freaking excellent so far. So for £1 you get Colditz, which was I liked. Oh, they goes up a pound every day. It's stupid. They should all be £1 fucking pound, you moron. Yeah. Like, why do I have to put this code in? Autumn. Oh, second. Like, for God's sake, why are you putting blocks into me? So, 626 for this is actually, I don't know. Is it worth it? It's very good. It's what's his name? John Hurt in The Invisible Man. I think this is, again, if it was like 347, I'll say no question. This is great. The Acronauts. This was a 2-disc set, I think. Iris Wildfire was always fun. Colditz for 126, totally worth it. Totally worth it. That's a sell worth looking at. Paternoster Gang brings in Paul McGann. Yeah, please, let me get this. Did they have the trailer for this out yet? Because I'm so not interested. It must be out because yeah, I'm not even going to look it up. I couldn't care less. Could not care less. Yeah. Rather than spend $21.38 on this piece of shit, go for he Jests at Scars. Tell you, this cover is really, really, genuinely shit. Right? It's genuinely shit and uninspiring. I don't know what to tell you, mate. I don't want to tell you. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.